I decided to go ahead and look into some of the legal records for Independence County, and I did find a mention of your great-grandfather, Al Goodwin.
Wow.
I'll show you what I found.
Okay. That is a lot to find.
All right.
Are these all indictments? Holy mackerel. So State of Arkansas versus Al Goodwin. Selling whiskey without a license. Al. Selling liquor without a license. So he was bootlegging whiskey?
He was bootlegging whiskey, yeah.
Wow. I mean, that is a lot of arrests. And they started when? June 1906, spring of 1906. My grandfather was already born. He would have been about 1 year old by then, which makes it a bit less cool to be an arrested father. This has to be happening with Nellie's knowledge. I also imagine that he's making a pretty good living. I mean, I wonder if she supported this. It's given her a life she's never had before, that's for sure.
That could help explain why he was involved in bootlegging in the first place. It was a way to make money on the side and probably make a lot more money than he made doing anything else.
I mean, just one after the other. This looks like these were all filed by 1910. So then does he just sort of stop? There's nothing past 1910?
I went back to the newspapers, and here's what I found in the Batesville Guard from December 23rd, 1910.
Al Goodwin and Mont Chumley are in jail awaiting their trials on whiskey charges on January 10th. We have a federal court case. So how does this end up in federal court?
Prohibition is not in effect in 1910, but the Internal Revenue Service still had laws applying to taxes on liquor.
Of course, how much income, and how much income probably you're declaring.
He's obviously selling liquor and not paying taxes on it.
Of course.
And that's really all at this time, that's all the federal government was concerned about. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to locate a trial record for Al Goodwin's federal trial. But we know that some of the federal branches of the National Archives keep records from federal penitentiaries. And I was able to find something.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
Ginnifer Goodwin is at the Arkansas History Commission in Little Rock, searching for more answers about her great-grandmother Nellie's life. She's discovered that Nellie's second husband, Ginnifer's great-grandfather Al, was a bootlegger and a criminal. Ginnifer has just been handed Al's records from federal prison.
Oh, wow. That's wild. I wonder if anyone in my family has ever, I don't think anyone in my family has ever seen a picture of him. I can see him and my father. The Goodwin gene is strong. 29 years old. So this is a record of my great-grandfather's time in federal prison.
Right.
Date of reception, January 17th, 1911. So my grandfather was 6 years old. And that is a tough age to have your pop go to prison.
Yeah.
I wonder how aware of this a child would have been. Evidence of previous or present disease. Whoa. 1906, he had syphilis, which is interesting because he had already been married to my great-grandmother for 2 years. Ooh, this is from my great-grandmother, Nellie. This is her handwriting. March 9th, 1911. Al has been in prison for only a couple months. Warden, I will ask you to answer a question for me. I want to know if there is a small woman comes in there to see Al Goodwin. She's about 5 foot tall. She's got dark hair. She's trying to give me some trouble about Al. So answer me at once, will you please, Nellie Goodwin? That's a hard letter to write. This is from an attorney. Dear Sir, enclosed find some papers in the case of Nellie Goodwin versus Al Goodwin. I assume that this is a divorce paper request, but poor Nellie. And poor those kids. So it's 1911. Al served with divorce papers. My grandfather was 6, probably. I'd love to know what happened to Nellie after this divorce.
I can't tell you that with the information we have here, but I can send you to my colleague, Brian Schellenberg, here in Little Rock, and I bet he can walk you through some of the genealogy trails and see what happened.
Fantastic, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know why seeing Al's picture made me so emotional. I'm like getting emotional thinking about it. His picture sort of brought him immediately into reality. His repeatedly being arrested would have had quite an effect on 2 little kids, and I wouldn't wish that on any child. And we're talking about my grandfather. And I'm sad for Nellie because I can't imagine having to start over again and again in her situation, having children.